So to kick things off, we got Aunt May and Peter at the bank trying to refinance their house, but we already know these niggas is broke as hell. Just look at this shit box Peter was living in. But Peter was like, this is Uncle Ben's life insurance. He was a bag chaser. I know he got some paper left for us. But the banker was like, I'm sorry. All I'm saying is a nickel, a piece of string, a half-eaten cheeseburger, and Ben Simmons jump shot. Damn. We that broke? But then literally 10 steps over, we see Doc Ock trying to rob the bank vault. So of course Peter goes to change into his outfit, but Aunt May is like, where the fuck is this nigga going? But the guards try to up pull on him, but he got them the fuck up on out of there. Like, look at this shit. You couldn't pay me enough to be no security guard in a superhero verse. It could be a random ass Tuesday, and we got a nigga cosplaying as Squidward tossing me like I'm Simba. It makes no damn sense. But he's stealing his paper, but he side eyes like, I know that ain't who I think it is, and starts throwing some damn gold doubloons at this nigga. But he's having a case of the stormtrooper aim because he's missing every single thing. And then Peter catches one of the bags and reverses it back at him, and it had bro stumbling. But Doc Ock must have had a case of CTE because he kept spamming the bags and kept missing. But Peter's powers weren't working, so Otto finally hit him, and then he picked him up and was about to crush his head. That's some crazy ass shit. But he webbed up these tables and sent this nigga flying out of the bank into a car. But he wasn't going for that and launched a car door at him, but it got weaved, but he sent another one through that had him flying back into the bank. So Octavius decided to take a hostage, and of course it just had to be Aunt May, bruh. Like, I know she was like, why he say fuck me for? Like, he literally went through the front of the crowd to get to her. A nigga like me would have gotten a bad bitch from the crowd, but like I said, that's just me. So Peter comes back and is like, let her go. But just like Joker, he said very poor choice of words and dropped her. But he caught her unlike Andrew did and swung her up and she caught herself. But Octavius gave him a mean back shot. Pause. But Peter weaved, pulled him in and gave him a mean right hand and went to go save Aunt May, but got pulled back like Diddy does his victims. But Peter hits him with the right, then they roll down and they hits him with a right again. And then they fall off and Peter hits another right and headbutts the shit out of him. This nigga Peter is really trying to give him some mean CTE. Gonna have Octavius reading like Mayweather soon. But while they're falling, Peter hits another right and a knee, and then Octavius smashes him through a window and then tosses him through a building. He said he had to get his beat back for that ass whooping he got. But he picks up Aunt May, and of course Peter ain't going for that. So he springs towards him, but Octavius is trying to backdoor him. But Aunt May was not going for that shit at all. So she smacked the dog shit out of him, and then she fell, but Peter caught her and brought her to safety, and then Octavius got away with the bread. So then we cut to MJ and Peter at lunch, and MJ is back on her bullshit. She is about to be a whole married woman trying to get into a relationship with Peter. Like, she gots to be stopped. But Peter's trying to tell her that he can't be there for her, so she tries to get this nigga to kiss her with the engagement ring on. What the fuck is up with her? Like, come on, man. Get this girl on somewhere. But as that's happening, Peter senses a fucking car coming through the damn window. Like, what the fuck? But luckily Peter was locked in because they would have been minced meat. But Otto pulls up to ask him about Spider-Man, but Peter ain't chirping. So he threw this nigga to the wall and captured MJ because of course we can't have it end without her being captured. But hold on, Otto did not know that Peter was Spider-Man, so was he really trying to end that nigga's life? Hey bro, I guess he's a villain for a reason. But Peter got up and he was ready to get that shit back in blood because he finally came back. And while he was swinging, we got one of the coldest transitions of all time. Like, look at this shit, bruh. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's that real shit right there. Let's go. So Peter pulled up asking where MJ was, but you know when the hose is involved, his attributes go up. So he blocked 2 hits, weaved, and blocked 2 more attacks, then hit him with a right into a mean ass uppercut. Got this nigga staring at his wife.
Hey, hold on, this shit ain't funny. It ain't funny, but it is.
Then Otto blocked and connected a hit, but Peter came right back with a bop bop. But he got pressed to the wall, then fell off, but he webbed him up and then tossed the clock hand at him. And he almost ended the movie earlier because that had murderous intent behind it. You cannot fool me, Peter. I know what you were trying to do. But Otto broke it in half and tossed him at Peter, and he blocked him but got hit back. But he said, you coming with me too. So he pulled Otto down and they fall on a moving train. And I know the civilians were confused as hell. But Peter tries to web him up, but Otto blocked it and pulled him in. But while hitting a flip, he hit him with a double kick. That's some clean ass shit right there. I cannot lie. But Peter said, weave, weave, acrobatics, weave into a kick. But Otto picked him up and threw him, but Peter must have been tough as hell at hole in the wall because he cleanly went through and tackled Otto, and now they're throwing hands on the side of the train. Like, bro, this scene is so damn goated, bro. But Otto throws him into the train and Peter maneuvered through it and hopped back out, and his spidey sense was on 10 because that nigga almost got turned into roadkill. But Otto hit him off the train into the street, but Peter said that don't work and caught up to the train, and I kid you not, Otto threw literal people at Peter, but he saved both of them luckily, and Otto was pissed, so he went to the conductor and boxed him. Like, what the fuck did he do to deserve that? He was minding his own business, but he turned the accelerator all the way up and broke the handle off and just dipped off to let Peter handle it.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn!
And then while Peter's trying to save them, this nigga says this dumbass shit.
Any more bright ideas?
Like, nigga, how about you do something? Shut your bitch ass up. But Peter clutched up and saved everyone, but he was left with a 1 HP and no mats, so he passed out, and I don't care. This is one of the best scenes in comic book history. Like, this shit means something to me, man. This is my top 3, by the way. I know. I cooked. But Otto pulled back up and all these niggas was like, if you want to get to him, you have to go through me. But Otto's like, oh, scary, chivalry timbers, shut up, man, and got them easily out the way. And then he packed my go up. So he brought him to Harry for the tritium and so that Harry could off him, but he finds out it's Peter.
Oh no, this can't be.
And he's like, you killed my father. But Peter's like,
Man, shut your bitch ass up.
but he pulled up to save MJ, and he's trying to pull the plug on the machine, but Otto said nope and tossed him outside the building. But he swung back in and drop kicked the shit out of him.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
And he started putting them paws back on him. Like, damn, Peter, I know you got hands, but I ain't know you could do it like this. You doing this nigga dirty as hell. But MJ's of course in danger. The movie cannot exist without it. So he hits him one more time and saves MJ from getting turned into Eli Apple, but he got bonked by Otto and then thrown on the wall and fell. But this dumbass MJ tries to sneak him, but of course that shit didn't work. But Otto was about to pack Peter up, but he pulled a wire and electrocuted the mess out of bro.
I hope the world can see now what's really going on out here, because it's getting ridiculous.
And pulled the plug on the machine. But that shit did not stop anything at all. So he went to talk to Otto and showed him who he was and tried to tell him to destroy it, but Otto wasn't going for it and tried to choke this nigga out. But Peter pulled out the legendary talk no jutsu and Otto drowned the machine along with himself. Rest in peace to one of the GOAT villains, bro. But I can't lie, Otto, you got your ass whooped the entire movie. But MJ finally saw that Peter was Spider-Man, and I can't lie, I always loved this scene. But that nigga saved the city again, and MJ still a thought. But thank y'all so much for 100 subs, bro. Y'all are so crazy. Like, bro, we are already close to halfway to 200. I love y'all niggas so much. But hit that like, subscribe, and share this video to anyone you know because it helps with the algorithm. But that's all I got for today. Peace.